This is the final lesson in this chapter. 7.8, we are now estimating with percents. So when I say estimating, we're not going to be giving a guess. We are going to be doing some mathematics in there. But we're going to be using kind of the problem-solving strategy that we discussed yesterday a little bit in some of these, but we're going to be rounding percents and the numbers to numbers that are easier to deal with. So it might ask us to predict 48%. That's close to 50%. So we're going to use 50%, which is 1/2, instead of the 48%. And so that's where the estimation comes in. We're going to round it to numbers that are easier to deal with. First, what I need you to do is copy down this table. This table is some common percentages and their equivalent fractions. So for instance, 20% is 1/5. That's something that you'll see quite a lot. 50% is 1/2. So it goes through. So it goes 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. And then it goes through. You have your 25 and 75. And then it goes by thirds. So these are your going by tens. And it skips 50 because we already did 50. And it goes by 25s. And then you have your thirds. So just kind of, it's a different way of breaking them down. And so that way, I'm not going to make you memorize these. In the high school, you do have to memorize these ones because they want you to do these mentally. So when you get to either Math 7 or pre-algebra, you will have to memorize some of these things. Be able to do them in your head. So for right now, make sure you copy them down because you will be able to reference these and figure them out. But eventually, this will be a memorization thing. Alright, make sure you get all of this down. If you need more time, go ahead and pause it. But so I'm not taking up too much time on the video, I am going to move on. First question. Estimate 52% of 298. Again, since we're estimating, I don't want to do 52%. It's close to 50. So I'm going to round this down to 50%. But I want to know that of 298. Instead of me doing 298, because that's going to be really weird, why don't we just round it to 300? Because 300 is way easier to divide by 2 than 298 is. So 50% of 300. Well, 50%, look at your chart, is what fraction? 1/2. So this is 1/2 of 300. Well, what is 300 divided by 2? It's 150. So our estimation is 150 out of 300, or approximately 150 out of 298 is approximately 52%. And that's all there is to it. You're rounding. You're making it easier on yourself by rounding it to values that are easy to figure out and to deal with. So let's go and take a look at a second one of these. 60% of 27. So before I do any rounding, 60% is 6/10, which is 3/5. So when I look at 3/5, the denominator, 27 can't go in there, but it's close to what that does? 25. So I'm saying 6/10 of 27, I'm going to change that to be 3/5 of 25. Because 25 will divide nicely by 5. So over here we have 25 divided by 5 is equal to 5. But how many of those 5s do I have? This goes back to the problem-solving strategy from yesterday. I took the total, divided it by the denominator, and I multiplied it by the numerator. So I have a group of 5. How many of those groups of 5s? I have 5 times 3 of those groups. So I get 15. So my prediction is 60% of 27 is about 15. Again, is it exactly 15? No, it's not. This is an estimation. It's a guess. We rounded it a little bit to make it easier on ourselves. So we're saying about 15. We don't know for sure exactly. I mean, we could figure it out. We're not there yet. We will figure that out exactly one day, but not for now. And we do this word problem. So we're going to do this same kind of situation here. We're going to do it with a word problem instead. I know you guys love word problems. So it says polar bears can eat as much as 10% of their body weight in less than 1 hour. If an adult male polar bear weighs 715 pounds, about how much food can he eat in 1 hour? Now, 10% is not on our chart, but 10% is what as a fraction? It's about 1/10. So, that 10% I'm going to rewrite as 1 over 10. So it's 1/10. 10 out of 100, 1/10. Now the 715, I don't want to figure out 1/10 of that. I want to round that to 700 because it's close. It's 15 away, but it's close. So we would need to figure out 10% of 700. All we do for that is we take 700, we divide it by 10, and we get 70. So this bear ate approximately 70 pounds in under an hour. That's all that's to it. You just take your percentage, you convert it to a fraction, you divide the total by that denominator, and then you multiply it by whatever the numerator is. Same process. So yesterday was kind of an introduction to all this, and we were getting that stuff all figured out. And so now we're looking at this and seeing that how that process applies to stuff. So your final homework assignment for new stuff for this chapter before we get into our review is page 404, numbers 9 through 27, all of them.